Hi guys, I've been learning about startup ideas the past month. I am doing the Combinator startup school online and I have been listening to loads of indie hacker podcasts and I want to share with you what I have learned so far about startup ideas. So the first thing I want to talk about is like getting an idea for your startup, which is in the phase that I'm currently in. The thing with ideas is that you don't have to think about, oh, wouldn't this thing be like a good app or thing or whatever. No, a good startup idea would be if you solve a problem that other people have. Another thing is that the problem should match your interests and background. They also call this founder market fit because actually you should be willing to work on this for like years and years. And the last thing I learned about getting a startup idea is don't force it, don't overthink it. It should come like naturally while doing something else. Because if you overthink it and you keep on thinking about it, you will never take action and you will keep thinking forever and you will never get started. And then the next thing I want to talk about is once you have your startup idea, you will want to evaluate your startup idea. You will start with friends and family about asking them questions about your startup idea. So if there's a problem you're solving, ask them if they have the problem or not and if they're willing to pay for it. But the downside of asking friends and family is that they are most of the time not completely honest. So it is also a good practice to like ask strangers on the internet or in real life. So for example, what you can do is create a landing page where people can leave their email address. Just evaluate that people are interested. Because people may be interested and maybe use it if it's free, but on the other hand, you're starting a business, so people should also pay for it. But the best way to actually evaluate your business idea is to actually launch something, like a minimum viable product, also called the MVP, which you can hack together in maybe a few weeks, even if it is with no code tools, no offense to no code tools, but just something that you can put together really quick and put it online and see if people are subscribing and are paying for it. The next thing I want to talk about is competition. You might think if there is already competition that it is a bad sign, but it is actually a good sign. Because if there are already competitors, it means that they already have customers which are probably paying for it. So the concept of the business idea is working. But on the other hand, if there's no competition, find out why, because some ideas seem like a good idea but actually aren't. So the best thing you can do is Google your own startup idea, see if you can find people who have already tried the idea, and if you can talk to them, please do, and ask them why it didn't work. And if you can discover why it didn't work, then you're already off to a good start, so you can still pivot to another idea. Then the last thing I want to talk about is pricing. What I noticed is that they advise to create like somewhat pricier product because you will have a lot less support work. They say that people paying somewhat higher price need a lot less support compared to a lower price range product. So for example, if you have a $2 product a month or a $50 a month product, for the $2 a month product you would need 25 customers for the same amount of revenue per month, but the support work that you get is probably a lot higher from those 25 clients compared to one $50 a month client. So if you have more customers, you probably need to do more support as well. And the last thing I learned about pricing your SaaS startup idea is that you should choose for a subscription model instead of a pay one-time fee model. Because with a one-time fee model, you have to keep on attracting customers or new customers. And with the subscription basis, you can more or less predict what your income for the next month will be. So that was all what I learned, but I just want to go through the main takeaways. The first one, solve a real problem for real users. The second one, founder market fit. So your startup idea should match your interests and background. And then the third one, the best way to evaluate your startup idea is to just launch a MVP as quick as possible And if people are paying for it or subscribing to your newsletter or whatever, then it's a good sign. That was all for today. If you liked it, please hit the like and consider subscribing, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.